And we are playing against Ottomans. Okay, interesting. Basically, one of the best, if not the best, like late game potential save. Yeah. So I'm like thinking about what we should do. Definitely, like, mm, I would love to go up with the king, which is gonna force him to make to still make how it's called, make at least outpost on the gold. Very likely he will not open with military school because against English it usually doesn't make sense because you are getting free spears, right? And for English there is still a potential just to go with console and with the gold or like feudal age pressure. Although I'm kind of not a fan of this strategy because then everything seems really really slow. Okay, his gold is into the side, so that's good for him. Yeah. I'm a bit worried that I didn't manage to find a single sheep. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. Like, not a single sheep on the middle. Maybe I was really unlucky, or maybe I'm blind because of the snow biome. Yeah, I will try to focus during this game mostly on, for example, how shift clicking is important and how often do I use shift clicking. What I can, for example, already do, I can select 5 villagers in the control group because I know that sooner or later I will be sending 5 villagers to help me to get the wood from struggle trees, right? So I know I want to have like 5 villagers selected. There are two good hotkeys. Add a unit into the hotkey group. That's basically when I'm holding shift, I can press number 2 and the unit is added into the same hotkey group. Or what I can do as well is just to delete hotkey group from the control group, which I can do with just pressing left alt next to spacebar like this, and bang, suddenly, even if I mistakenly don't select 5 but 6, I can click on one of them and bang, suddenly there is 5 again. So that's pretty handy to use this, because then you don't need to be doing like this all the time, trying to select 5 or 7, or so. You can just do it pretty simple like this. Okay, finally we have managed to find more sheep. Yeah, I can make a control group for these guys as well. Yeah, and very soon, right now, I'm able to age up. So let's just age up here like this. I'm still thinking where to make second TC. Maybe I will make a second TC here on the deers. Um, I mean, what if this is gold? I will make a second TC here. If it's not gold, I think it should be gold based on spawn. Let's see. Okay, it's stone. Okay, so I will make it on the deers. Okay, let's leave. Go onto the struggle trees. I have 3 in the queue. I can go onto the stone with these guys like this. Bang bang. Easy, just 2 steps. I can shift click these guys already. Where they will be heading? Good question. Let's go forward with the scout now. Good question. Not a simple answer. I'm not gonna be making second TC here, which means I still need this area to be protected. I will be making second TC here on the deers. So I wanna have make like outposts there sooner or later, but yeah, for now I will shift click them to go onto the gold after age up. Let's just try to move them a bit closer so the TC isn't that exposed. I know this is like a small detail, but sometimes it can make a difference. Oh, it's fucking LoueMT. Jesus. Why I'm playing a best player on a ladder? Why? I wanna cry right now. I didn't notice it until now. Yeah, so here you would be able basically to see the difference between like best player from like from a leaderboard and between like I don't know 1800 elo guy. Okay, so playing booming game against Louis. I don't know how it's gonna work. Very likely it's not gonna work, but yeah, we will see. We will see. Mm, make this here. Yeah, he skipped the Dark Age like military school because he aged up very quickly. So it means no military school for him. Okay, and very soon I will be able to make a TC around now. Can like kill some of the deers like here and here. Otherwise, he's just gonna try to push them further away, which is something I don't want to happen. Let's just kill them. And yeah. Mm, let's help them with these guys as well. Now I have a king somewhere. He's going fast castle into the knights. Like, that's not 100%, but like 99%. So, okay, let's make this here. Okay. Getting a lot of stone though, so maybe he... Okay, interesting. Interesting pathfinding, by the way. I didn't know it's working like that. Yeah, this is like, the pro player level of micro, right? Hmm. Okay, I basically won a game here by killing one of the Louis villagers. I take it as a personal win. Yeah, let's just make this here. Keep sending more guys here. Yeah, it's a bit shame that I've lost the scouts so stupidly. I think it's 4-second TC though, still. But we will see. Yeah, he keeps an eye on me there. Let's make this. Okay, there is Sipai. I need to go back. And I definitely need to finish this before he arrives there. I think it's a Sipai from a military school. Like, the timing fits that he made one military school and then he mined extra stone for a second TC. I'm secured here, I'm secured there as well. I can prepare, for example, these guys into the control group already. So the moment Sipai is close, of course, this is Louis, so very likely he pays really, really good attention into this. But, against a bit worse opponents, it could actually work kind of properly. He's just gonna try to delay me now with the one guy. I have 12 sheep, that's more than enough. So this is the benefit of being on the deers, of course. But yeah, fighting like, if it was like player of my level, I would feel confident, but playing late game against best late game player from the game, I would actually prefer this guy to be beastie, honestly. I don't know if you know Louis, but fighting Louis in the late game, not nice. Not nice. Yeah, at least you will see a difference. Like, he definitely have the tools to deal with me. He can go with the imams. Right after age up, he can very, very fast grab the relics for himself, etc., etc. There is, of course, a lot of stuff he can do quite easily. Let's make another house here. Okay, there are a lot of Sipai. I need to go back. It's two. It's only two. It's still... These are still Sipai from the, from the... How it's called? From military schools. I want to check how much stone did he mine. I think it's still second TC somewhere, not here, maybe on the different years. Yeah, it's definitely second TC, plus maybe he mined some extra stone for a future, how it's called, for a future, for a future, where to make this shit, probably here. I don't know if it's like correct placement, but fingers crossed. Uh-huh. Of course, everybody is spamming me with some messages. It is what it is. Okay. Uh, let's go with this guy here. So I have only 5, so I can garrison them. Like this. Yeah, he can reheal all of them thanks to the imams. So that's really, really strong. Okay, he didn't took the bait. I might be able to kill the scout. Okay, it again, because he's paying attention. Why you are not shooting into the scout? Okay, that's one Sipahi down at least. Better than nothing. Yeah, like he's still paying attention. That's crazy. Okay, that's another Sipahi down. That's good. Hmm. Yeah, he will age up very, very soon. Hmm. Okay, there is the age up. He's gonna sneak this relic. Or he took the my relic actually. That's why he was circling around. He took this relic with the monk. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense, but still interesting. Let's try to find a monk there. Okay, there is the monk. Very good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's try to get this with both of them. Okay, he's going with the fucking it is there are the knights. Let's not forget this upgrade as well. I mean, so far we are doing good, but it's still Louis. Even if he deletes, like, even if he deletes, like, 20 villagers, I'm still not gonna be in a decent spot, honestly, I feel like, so. Ah! This is a bit shame. I pulled him back. I will still kill him, though. Worth it. Yeah, and now he's making archers, of course. It makes sense. It makes absolute sense, honestly. I'm making crossbows. Yeah, let's return there. Yeah, he will kill this guy. Best farm place. Hashtag best farm placement. Placement of the year. Uh, finish this. He might try to raid me from this direction because I think he realized that that's the only way he can deal damage against me. Because he's not dumb. He knows there is an outpost over there. Okay, maybe not. And the bad thing is that, his siege units are approaching. So like mangonels or maybe because he saw me going like with very, very heavy into the into the infantry, it couldn't be even mangonas, and it's still not gonna be like, not a very nice situation for me. Of course, his eco is also getting like better and better because I'm, English, and English eco is like not the best. Okay, it's still only these units. He was making the archers previously though. I don't know, maybe like some mangonels. This is good catch, by the way. He didn't pay attention for some time. Yeah, let's try to move these guys. Rip to this monk. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this as well. Yeah, let's be producing these guys. Spending the resources. Let's make a more ballsy one further away. And now, yeah, the thing is, he knows that I'm outside. He can see everything walking through this bullshit. So he knows, oh shit, he's forward. So I can just go with my knights and try to raid something in his base, right? Um, yeah, how it's looking. Not the best, not the worst, I would say. Let's just go here. Yeah, let's start. Let's attack him from this side. Let's try to burn this shit. Yeah, but there is the double mangonel, of course. There is the double mangonels. There are not enough, like, there is not enough, how it's called, crossbows yet, but of course it's gonna get more and more complicated. Let's get this. Yes. Yeah, let's try to take a fight. Let's finally decide this game. He don't want to take a fight because this is in the outpost range. Yeah, let's force him to take a fight by making this here. Let's split the army into the control groups like this. Let's maybe try to kill this. Okay, just another military school. Yeah, and I cannot win this fight, I feel like. Yeah, there's just too much units, I think. Yeah, GG. Interesting game. Let's see if he types something or not. I mean, yeah, again, he's like the best letter player, so a bit shame that I was matched against him. 1, 2 TCs. Of course, the military schools are working in his favor. In his favor, this bullshit. It's kind of sad because, in general, Ottoman eco is bad. Yeah, okay, no tips, of course. Ottoman eco is bad, but the thing is that English eco is even worse, which is just a bit shame. Also, you can see I was quite ahead with the villagers, but resource gathered we were basically on par. But again, English eco total bullshit, very very bad. And Ottoman, even though he managed to get the same amount of resources, he's still like he still has the these 4 bad boys working for him plus the Imperial Armory, right? So like even if we have the same amount of villagers, which we don't, because I think I didn't lose the single vill. Maybe here in the end, some of the villas which were yawning here or so, yeah, over there. But not for entire game, I didn't lose the single one. And he lost like at two at least. I think one here, one early on here. Not sure if it was three or how many. Also, his second TC was delayed, but yeah, English eco pure trash. Here, basically, in this game, you can see why the English eco is considered to be super 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 bad. Yeah. Maybe if I had more crossbows, I would be killing these units way effectively, but it's questionable. Because, you know, I get a bonus, he gets a bonus as well because of the Vector buffing him. And yeah, killing Mangonels in such a fight, this close to his base, where you can just use the pathfinding issues in your advantage, very, very difficult to win in such a scenario. Almost impossible. Maybe, you know, but again, I don't want to fight him in the Imperial Age. Again, if I knew it's somebody different, not Louis, I would be okay. I have two relics. I can go in Imperial Age at some point because I have White Tower. All of my eco is kind of secure. I would just be focused on securing this area by making a walls, making a keep or something, you know, just connecting this, and this, so he cannot go there. Making a keep there or something, so I feel like additional protection, being with my army here and with some of the army here, so he cannot just go from this side and raid this area. And then I would know I'm in good situation. I'm English in Imperial Age with two relics, which is decent amount against Ottomans. Um, and I could fight him with like Vanguard Rangers, mass men at arms, etc., etc. Because Vanguard Rangers, they are great with dealing against the siege. But before this mark, you don't basically have an effective way to deal with the siege. You need to either make siege of your own, but guess what? He's getting the siege for free. You need to pay shit of resources for it from White Tower. Or you can be producing longbows, but again, the longbows are very, very bad, both against Sipahi and against knights, because they don't have the damage, right? He has 5 ranged armor, here you can see 6. If he switches this guy to not attack bonus, but to ranged armor, it's actually one more. So your longbows are pretty bad in this situation. Of course, you might be able to snipe the mangonels if you do like spread formation. You are targeting the mangonels, etc., etc. But it's just on paper, a lot of a theory. You could see that I tried to be spending the resources quite effectively, I would say. Total resources count. Yeah, basically, you see, I was basically, you can see I was like spending the resources more effectively than fucking LoueMT, and it still wasn't enough. You can see my resource graph was lower. Maybe what was a real mistake macro-wise from my side is that I got upgrades really late. Also, he tried to like idle my economy, etc., etc. But I think I did really good job on this part. With like he lost the scout, he lost like 2 Sipahi, only 2 stupid tower, and like 1 2 spearman maybe. Then he lost some units here. I managed to catch the monk here, grab the relic home, etc., etc. I think I did basically everything correctly, except of maybe getting the upgrades a bit more early. But yeah, here you can see exactly why the English eco is such a trash. Maybe again, if he wasn't Ottoman and it was any different civilization, I would again feel kind of confident with reaching a late game situation against him. But yeah, not in these games. Also, you can see how much of an advantage it is to have a mobility in your army, aka Sipahi or Knights, because then you can try to be annoying around your opponent base, and at the same time, you know, I don't have a balls for like taking a villagers and making walls like this, but he can definitely afford it because he knows that I very likely just not gonna take my entire army and gonna be killing here villagers with like spears or crossbows, right? But he can easily do the same thing to me with his Sipahi and knights. And at the same time, what I wanted to tell next. Yeah, at the same time, of course, it's fucking LoueMT, best player on ladder, best late game player. From even from tourneys. So, yeah, good luck with like reaching late game against him. Yeah, but eco-wise, kind of similar. Of course, the downside, the military schools, plus, yeah, like dealing with the siege in general is pretty annoying. Unless you are in Imperial who have the Vanguard Rangers, or unless you are spamming siege of your own. Yeah. So here you could see a difference between like 1800 elo player and like best player on ladder.